Ever wondered why you can't seem to get enough of things from the past? We're talking about that feeling when an old song hits your ears, or when you stumble upon a dusty toy from your childhood, and suddenly you're swept away in a wave of memories and emotions. This, my friends, is nostalgia. It's that bittersweet yearning for yesteryears, a complex emotion that weaves together threads of the past, present, and future, and it's everywhere. From the retro designs we see in fashion, to the remakes and reboots dominating our screens. But why? Why does nostalgia have such a powerful grip on us? And more importantly, how does it shape our lives and the world around us? These are the questions we'll be exploring in this journey through the realms of nostalgia. So if you're ready to embark on a little time travel of the mind, buckle up, because we're about to dive into the fascinating world of nostalgia. So what exactly is nostalgia and where did it originate? Well, let's dive right into it. Nostalgia is a sentimental longing or wistful affection for a period in the past. It's that warm, fuzzy feeling you get when you think back to your childhood summers, the excitement of your first concert, or the comfort of your grandmother's homemade pie. Now, as for its origins, nostalgia is not a new concept. It dates back to the 17th century when it was first coined by a Swiss medical student named Johannes Hofer. He combined the Greek words nostos, meaning homecoming, and algos, meaning pain or ache, to describe the intense homesickness experienced by Swiss mercenaries fighting away from home. Over time, nostalgia evolved from being viewed as a pathological condition to a psychological one, recognized for its ability to comfort and inspire. So, in essence, it turns out nostalgia is a phenomenon that has been with us for centuries. But why do we experience nostalgia? Could it have something to do with our evolutionary past? Well, let's explore that. Evolutionary psychology suggests that our minds and behaviors have been shaped by the pressures of survival and reproduction. Nostalgia, too, might serve a purpose in this grand scheme. Picture this: our ancestors living in small groups facing the harsh realities of prehistoric life. Those who could remember the past, learn from it, and feel a connection to their group were more likely to survive and pass on their genes. Fast forward to today, and we're still wired to look back fondly on past experiences. This inclination towards nostalgia could have acted as a social glue, strengthening group cohesion and cooperation. It also might have helped to promote future-oriented thinking. By reflecting on past successes and failures, we can better strategize for tomorrow. So, our nostalgic feelings might actually be a part of our survival toolkit. What's the deal with the emotional connection we have with nostalgic memories? Well, isn't that a million-dollar question? Each of us has a vault of memories, some glittering like diamonds, others dull as pebbles. But no matter their shine, these memories carry an emotional weight. Why is that? Nostalgic memories feel like time capsules. They transport us back to a moment, a feeling, a taste, even an aroma. It's like having a little piece of the past wrapped up in the present. They're a comforting blanket woven from the threads of our life experiences. These memories, they are not just echoes of the past, they are emotional bookmarks, reminding us of who we were, what we felt, and even how we've grown. They're powerful because they're uniquely ours, a personal narrative written in the language of emotion. So is it any wonder we crave nostalgia? It seems like our emotions are the fuel that powers the nostalgia engine. Could nostalgia be our brain's way of helping us cope with stress and adversity? As it turns out, the answer is a resounding yes. Recent research suggests that nostalgia can indeed serve as a coping mechanism, a kind of mental time travel that transports us back to happier times. Picture it. You've had a long, hard day and you're feeling stressed. You retreat to your comfort zone, perhaps an old movie or a nostalgic playlist. As you immerse yourself in these familiar experiences, you might find that your stress begins to melt away. It's as if you're wrapped in a warm, comforting blanket woven from your own past. This isn't just a pleasant side effect, it's a survival strategy. When we're faced with challenges, our brains instinctively reach for these comforting memories to help us persevere. So next time you're feeling stressed, maybe a little trip down memory lane could help. Did you know that nostalgia can play a big role in shaping our identities? It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? Let's delve into it. Think of it this way: our past experiences, joys, sorrows, and triumphs are all tucked away in the treasure chest of our memories. When we unlock this chest, we're not just reminiscing about the good old days, we're actually rediscovering parts of our own selves. The music we used to dance to, the movies we loved, the places we visited, all these nostalgic elements help us understand who we were and, more importantly, who we've become. Nostalgia can serve as a mirror, reflecting our personal growth and evolution. It can highlight our values, our passions, and our dreams, reminding us of the journey we've embarked on. This process of self-reflection and self-understanding is integral to identity formation. So, our nostalgic memories might be a big part of who we are today. How does our culture influence what we feel nostalgic about? Let's dive into that. Our cultural background shapes our nostalgic preferences in profound ways. For instance, if you grew up in a culture where family gatherings around festive meals were a tradition, the aroma of certain dishes might trigger nostalgia. On the other hand, someone from a culture where outdoor activities were the norm might feel nostalgic at the sight of camping gear or hiking trails. It's fascinating how diverse cultures can evoke nostalgia through different sensory experiences, be it taste, smell, sight, or sound. This is because our culture provides the context for our formative experiences, which later become the source of our nostalgia. Even within the same culture, nostalgic preferences can vary. For example, a millennial might feel nostalgic about floppy disks and dial-up internet, while a baby boomer might reminisce about vinyl records and rotary phones. It seems like our culture has a big say in what we feel nostalgic about. Have you noticed how many ads and marketing campaigns use nostalgia to sell products? It's not by chance, my friends. Nostalgia is a powerful tool, and marketers know this all too well. In the fast-paced world we live in, we often long for simpler times, and that's where nostalgia comes in. When a brand taps into our nostalgic feelings, they're not just selling a product, they're selling an experience, a memory, a warm and fuzzy feeling from our past. They take us back to our childhood, to our first love, or to that incredible summer vacation. It's not about the soda pop or the sneakers, it's about the memories associated with them. This strategy works because it's personal. It speaks directly to our emotions and our identities. It makes us feel seen, understood, and valued. And who doesn't want to feel that way? So, next time you see an ad that makes you feel nostalgic, remember, it's not a coincidence. What's happening in our brains when we feel nostalgic, you may wonder? The answer is quite fascinating. When we trip down memory lane, certain areas of our brain get busy. The prefrontal cortex, hippocampus, and the limbic system play a significant role. The prefrontal cortex, our decision-making hub, helps us recall specific events. The hippocampus, on the other hand, is like a time machine taking us back to those moments. Lastly, the limbic system, our emotion center, gives us that warm, fuzzy feeling we associate with nostalgia. But there's more to it. Dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure, is released during nostalgic reverie, adding an extra layer of enjoyment to the experience. It's like your brain's own little reward for reminiscing. Interestingly, nostalgia can also trigger the release of stress-relieving chemicals, making it a potentially useful tool in managing anxiety and depression. So nostalgia is not just an emotional experience, it's a neurological one too. Ever wondered why some songs or artworks can instantly transport you back in time? There's a fascinating reason for this, and it all comes down to nostalgia. Music and art have a unique ability to tap into our past experiences and bring them to life in the present moment. Think about it, when you hear a song from your childhood, it's like you're back in your parents' car, singing along without a care in the world. Or when you see an artwork that reminds you of a particular time in your life, it's like you're right back there, living that moment all over again. That's the power of nostalgia. It doesn't just remind us of the past, it recreates it, making us feel the emotions and experiences we once had. It's like a time machine taking us back to moments we thought we'd left behind. So next time a song or artwork makes you feel nostalgic, take a moment to appreciate the power of nostalgia. Why does nostalgia seem to be more potent as we get older? A fascinating question, isn't it? As we age, our experiences accumulate, and so does the collection of memories we associate with different times in our lives. The more memories we have, the more material there is for nostalgia to work with. Nostalgia, in essence, is a longing for the past. This longing can become more intense as we grow older, not because the past was necessarily better, but because it's a time we know we can't return to. It's a time when we were younger, perhaps more carefree, and full of dreams and aspirations. The passage of time can often bring changes that we might not be entirely comfortable with. In the face of such changes, nostalgia serves as a comforting blanket, wrapping us in warm memories of times when things were different, simpler perhaps. And as we continue to journey through life, nostalgia can serve as a compass, reminding us of where we've come from and who we've been. So it seems like nostalgia and the passage of time are inextricably linked. Feeling nostalgic about this video already? Well, dear viewer, there's plenty more where that came from. You see, this channel is a treasure trove of content designed to tickle your brain and tug at your heartstrings. So if you've enjoyed our little journey down memory lane today, why not join us for more? Just click on that shiny like button. And while you're at it, hit subscribe too. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay updated. But is nostalgia always a good thing? Can it have a dark side too? Let's delve into this. While nostalgia often warms our hearts, it can sometimes leave us stuck in the past. Resistant to change. It's like trying to drive forward while constantly looking in the rearview mirror. Not the safest bet, right? Furthermore, nostalgia can idealize past eras, glossing over the less pleasant aspects. Picture this. You're reminiscing about the good old days, but are you also accounting for the lack of modern conveniences or the societal norms that were far from perfect? Moreover, nostalgia can perpetuate harmful norms, creating a longing for times when inequality was rampant and certain behaviors were considered acceptable, which are now recognized as problematic. It's a tricky balance, isn't it? Remember that while it's beautiful to relish the past, it's equally important to embrace the present and anticipate the future. So like anything else, nostalgia too can have a dark side. So how can we harness the power of nostalgia in a positive way, you may wonder? Well, let's dive into it. Firstly, nostalgia can serve as a wonderful source of inspiration. Those golden memories from the past can spark ideas, fuel creativity, and shape our future endeavors. Think about your favorite childhood book, your first concert, or that old family recipe. They all can inspire you in unique ways. Secondly, nostalgia can be a tool for self-reflection. Reflecting on past experiences can help us understand the person we've become today. It allows us to assess our growth, our changes, and our constants. Thirdly, nostalgia can help us build bridges. It can connect generations, cultures, and communities. Sharing nostalgic memories can foster a sense of unity and mutual understanding. But beware, it's important to not get stuck in the past. Use nostalgia as a springboard to the future, not as an escape. Remember, nostalgia is a tool. It's all about how you use it. Well, that's all we have for today on the intriguing world of nostalgia. We've explored its definition, origins, and the evolutionary psychology behind it. We've dived into the emotional connection and how nostalgia serves as a coping mechanism. It has a role in identity formation and influences our cultural preferences. It's a powerful tool in marketing, and it's embedded in our neurological framework, music and art. With time, nostalgia's effect intensifies. But remember, nostalgia is a fascinating phenomenon that is deeply intertwined with our emotions, identities, and culture. Thank you for joining us on this nostalgic journey. We hope you found this exploration as fascinating as we did. Don't forget, nostalgia is a universal experience, so why not share your own trip down memory lane in the comments below? We'd love to hear about the memories that make you smile, the music that takes you back, or the films that never get old. So let's keep the conversation going. Until next time, keep exploring those nostalgic memories.
Savored this video? Fancy another? Click the on-screen video for an even deeper dive into fresh territory. Your support is like a warm cuppa on a brisk day. Give us a thumbs up, subscribe, ring that bell for the latest content. Cheers for watching.